Everyone has a dream destination that they wish to visit in their lifetime, where you can cross off your travel bucket list and becomes your unforgettable experience. Let your never-ending stories in Thailand inspire the world. That they wish to visit in their life. Your travel bucket list and becomes your unforgettable experience. Let your never-ending stories in Thailand inspire the world.
National Sport Development Funds. Sing.
It's time for Thais to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thai authority of
Every time you come here, you'll find new colors that paint your soul. Awaken your spirit with our diversity of spiritual journey. Get over your favorite dish. There. Fuel your adrenaline with our fearless spirit. Witness how art and culture freely express themselves. Embrace the moment here where joy is a way of life. This is a place where every sunset, a new sunrise of hope. This is
side-by-side racing action. Got it. Oh!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to number 1 WaterJet World Series, round number 1 here at Nishinka. And we are live. Today's event organized by the Asian Multi-Sports and Entertainment Company Limited. And this is good friend Dave Arnold.
Hey, Mike, what a it's a little gloomy day here, but what a great venue this is. I got to say, I absolutely love Japan here. The people have been so nice, so accommodating, and what a great race site here. We're getting a few of the JGSBA classes done, so it's a little combination with the local promoters. One classes, which is a world stage for the WaterJet World Grand Prix.
Well, I'll tell you, we've got the Japan Jet Sports Association. They've pretty much organized everything on the ground here for us. And 2 of 3 of the Vets Ski GP. The Vets Runabout Limited will be coming up after that. Junior Ski 13 to 15 4-stroke lights, and the Expert Ski 4 in a row.
And looking there, the World Grand Prix, I just actually walked in. We just saw Jonathan from the King's Cup of the World Grand Prix. So looking forward to see how he's going to do. We're going to get our rundown here of what rider here as we're looking at the Masters out on track right now. Now this is a GP class. This is basically throw everything at the motor you can. These guys are all over 40 years old in the Masters division here. These are all stand-up watercraft. A lot of them running 1,500. But this class, of course, has a GP or Grand Prix class. Some modifications to the motor. There's a lot of handling added on there and everything else.
Well, I'll tell you, I believe still waiting on some paperwork here with the riders that are out there for. I believe we're watching the Masters out there right now, Dave, and this is one of the local races that we're going to have here with the Japanese series. By the way, while we have the opportunity, I'd like to say a very special thanks to a couple of sponsors of ours before we get started. They include the Sports Authority of Thailand, Amazing Thailand, Jet Tribe, Toyota Kazoo Racing, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Sea-Doo, as well as the CZ Company. Fuels, World Jet Sports Magazine, and of course our good friends from Freedom. Since back into the game here, Dave, you know, we got to see Benny down there in the pits before we came up here. Fantastic to see all of our old friends here in Osaka City.
So I'm Minoru Kanamori, as I call him, the sensei of watercraft, one of the factory Kawasaki racers in the past, a former world and national champion. With Kawasaki, we'll be seeing, of course, his big riders. Jonathan Fan, of course, next in the next Veterans GP class. But, you know, we've got a lot of great stuff. You know, factory Kawasaki, we got factory Yamaha riders. We've got Sea-Doo sit-down factory riders. It is a class stacked in talent.
Yeah, as you pointed out, probably the man with the bullseye on his back here in this next. We take a look at our map. And again, tell you what, not a bad ride over here from the United States. Tell you what, very accommodating. All of our good friends at Japan over here in Japan.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're also going to see, I believe, a little bit later today that new Kawasaki, the SXX 160.
Oh, yeah, those things are so sweet. I love it. Now, here's a great story about those. Of course, Speed Magic, one of the companies here in Japan, worked with Kawasaki, and then they made an upper deck that you're able to change it out and change your SXR 1500 stand-up, change it into engineers over there said, hey, you know what? Why don't we just come out with a production model? Because a lot of guys are doing it. So that was really great to see. And the fact that now they have a production model out there, and I'll tell you, those things are fun to ride. Far cry from the old X2s, the old 760 or 750 motors.
I'm taking a look on screen right now. Boat number 300. That is Jonathan Fan, and I believe that is Jimmy Wilson's boat that they're using right there. So
that is. Or actually, well, Jimmy I know makes an Hyperion too, but that is one of the stock ones. So maybe Jimmy might be racing in one of the stock ones, or Sophie, or one of them.
Still waiting on a little bit of paperwork up here as we look on number one here in Osaka City, Japan. We are. Hey, the temperature's not too bad. A little humidity in the air. The temperature's hovering right around.
I think the high is going to be around 77 today. They're talking 85% humidity. We've got them threatening skies here, so it's going to be a little overcast, a little humid here for sure, as we watch a good battle going down the back straightaway right now. Trying to get some numbers on some of the riders. I know Jonathan Fan on that 300, it looks like. Jonathan out of Laguna is out right now. We are in heat number 24. This is Veteran Ski GP. This was a 6-lap race here. As we go back up front with Jonathan Fan. Jonathan, also a doctor, works with a lot of cancer patients back in the States. So it's really cool to see him doing so many great things. As busy as he is, still finds time to compete on a world stage here on a stand-up watercraft for Factor Kawasaki. Now, that is a brand new paint job on that helmet. Kanamori kind of got him hooked up on that new scheme there.
Yeah, John, when we were in Pattaya, Thailand back in December, I believe he led every lap in this class right here.
Sir.
So he is definitely going to. This is, as I take a look down, moto number 2 of 3 here for our vet ski. And again, we're waiting on just a little bit of paperwork here. We'll be able to get y'all a little bit more information. Hope everybody's having a good time. And thank you for joining us for the WaterJet World Series round number 1 here in Osaka, Japan.
Here we can see a couple of the other riders coming around and behind Jonathan as we stay with Jonathan here, the checkered flag. A win for Sam, a.k.a. the doctor.
Well, the doctor is in, that is for sure. And right now it looks like. So
he didn't need to check up, he checked out.
Yeah, he's got one more moto to go. Nice win there in moto number 2 for Jonathan Fan. Again, out of
of course, sporting that new wetsuit. Second, this is the battle here. Second, third, and fourth. You can see the lead that Jonathan had. That guy trains a lot down in San Diego. I know he puts a lot of laps in.
Split here on the track. And it looks like that is boat number 96. Ending up in second position. And again, we apologize. We don't have our sheets with the numbers on them yet. 48 taking a second. Or I'm sorry, a third rather.
Seeing a couple other different classes out of the GP. I see a Pro Force. I saw a couple Commanders out there, as well as a few Kawasaki's SXRs showing those things are still a viable product.
Yes.
Just a stock setup.
Yeah, speaking of Commander, got to see Steve Webster and his lovely wife, Brittany, on the way up to the tower this morning. Tell you, we got in just a little bit late, man, because the limousines were stacked up about a mile deep, Dave, and it was tough to get through that Osaka City traffic this morning.
I was really surprised they let you stand up in through the sunroof there and wave to everybody as they went through the parade.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the only bad experience I've had here so far is the low-flying scaffolding. That's Runabout Limited. And I'll tell you, I've got a lot of great veteran runabout racers out there. Take a look down. The winner at the King's Cup over in Thailand back in December was Adapon Kunsa. He'll be on boat number 17, and he's going to be the one to watch.
Yeah, Adapon is definitely a former for the years, as well as winning the King's Cup there. So he's got quite the resume coming into round number 1 here. As we're looking down here, we can see one of the riders there. They're getting the intros right now.
A lot of new riders in here of the WaterJet World Series.
Looking here, the 777. I do see our Korean rider, Lee Dae, on the line. As I'm looking at a few of the other riders.
Yeah, it looked like they panned down to our tech area. You can see the Osaka City and the mountains. And it looks like boat number 14 right there with Adapon Kunsa. Kunsa with the hole shot on the inside.
Not surprised. Come together here. And it looks like.
And we'll go down. As we pan down, you'll see there, boat number 17. I'll tell you what, he is the golden boy out there. Adapon Kunsa out of Thailand.
You know, I want to keep an eye on is out there. Junakoma, if we can see the 86, but there's the 4. Don't have a name on that rider right now. I just can't get a read on that one, Mike.
Maybe one of our Russian riders, but in number 17, Kunsa will be your race leader as he comes out in first place through the start-finish line. You can see the rest of the pack coming there, and it's nothing but jet spray down the net.
As we can see, trying to catch up at Adapon. It looked very quick on the start there, so I wonder what his strategy is going to be going on through the entire race here with that. See how the gambles roll the dice.
Yeah, whoever wins the moto gets the choice for the next moto, whether they want to start from the inside or the outside, for those of you who are listening in. And you can see the gap right there. That is the gap between first and second place. Now taking already put a little real estate between he and second place.
Yeah, the second place there, I believe it might have been one of the Russian riders he talked about. We did see in Thailand, the numbers might have changed sometimes.
So once again, Adapon Oil. And we appreciate everybody for listening in here to the live stream. And we're just about to go here with our paperwork. Number 14, Ivan Kabolski, you know, and he's sponsored by the G4X Power Sports of Patia.
Yeah, it looks like this Kabolski new to this class, and maybe just be able to hit the veterans. I know he did race in Thailand with us. As we look there, there's the 32 there machine.
A late entry.
Wonder if that is Igor, possibly.
All right, so once again going back out, and you can see that gap just about the same. It looks like Adapon maybe gained about a half second that last lap. Again with the skyline of Osaka City in the background. It looks like both riders opting to go to the outside split. And for those of you who are listening in, The outside split is on the left-hand side of the track as we view it here from the grandstands. And when you have an outside and an inside split, that gives you the opportunity to make a pass. If you're riding right behind somebody, you don't have to ride in their rough water. You can take that other split section.
Inside split section, Mike. I'll tell you, it's looking pretty quick. You're able to sweep there. You can see the blue buoy. That's a makeup buoy, I believe. If you have an issue, you miss something, it's a chance for you to go ahead and catch up.
Yeah, it looked like 32 went and hit that makeup buoy or penalty buoy, if you will.
And he's battling with the 77.
It's on boat number 32.
It's a due speed, so that might be one of the Japanese riders, actually, or Korean. Sorry. Actually, it is due speed factory racing out of Japan.
And yeah, I seen him down in the pits a little bit earlier on the way over here. And I believe it was Minoru Kanamori was going up and bowing to him.
Yes,
so he must be quite the legend over here, Akira Sato.
And I just saw the 21. We got to look at him on the number 21, the rider out of France. Truly international class. French, Japan. We've got Morocco. We got the UAE. You got Mohamed Mosen out there. And Mohamed's usually a guy that we're seeing running at the front, and it's kind of strange for him to be deep in the field. We'll try and get a look and see where his placement is there.
And once again, you're watching Moto number 2 of 3 here. This is, if you're taking a look and you're trying to figure out where we're at on the schedule, this is actually race number 25, Moto number 2 of 3 here of the Vets Runabout Limited. Coming up next, we'll have the juniors out there in the 13 to 15 ski 4-stroke.
Now the 32 out there. I don't have the 32. Confirmation on that. There's the 77 machine. '21 we just saw. Trees Peller we just had a good shot of.
You can see the sea's not too rough today. Nice.
Yeah, we're only expecting winds around 3 miles an hour, so that will not affect the sea state whatsoever out here today. So we go back up front to our leader once again, the 17, Adapon Kunza out of Thailand, riding for that 777 Performance Jumbo Tuner. I'll tell you, man, there's a lot of fast boats.
Jumbo Tuner all the time around the world. That guy's global.
And definitely when you go to Thailand and go with King's Cup, that's where everybody makes their first stop in the runabout category.
And you can see the gap there between first and second place. And in this case right here, this being the Vets Runabout, that's 1 lap to go.
As we take a look at them now, working their way on the right side of the course here. Look at the way from. And you see a great camera position out there, so if we get any battles going on, we'll. Lots of racing to go. We got today is Friday here in Osaka, Japan. Not far from the Kenzai Airport. We can see the bridge right across the way as you look at in the background there as they make their run.
So once again, the gap right now about 4.7 seconds in between first and second place as Kunza circumnavigates the turn back into the closed course. Still with, I believe, boat number 17. Play 4.
Back to from second to third, too, as we go back up front with Adapon. Fast right up. Seconds, he takes the win.
There we go, checkered flag out. Congratulations. Adapon Kunza out of Thailand.
And there's the Russian rider for G-Force Power Sports, Patia.
So that'll do it there for Moto number 2 of the Vets Runabout Limited. As we take a look at our winner down there, Adapon Kunza. Good friends with Eric Lagopoulos over there in the States. Shout out to all our friends who are listening here. There's the Ivan Kowalski, boat number 14. Sporting red, white, and blue out of Russia. Second, and
Don't have a number for that.
well, she rode the keel off of it, that's for sure, as we take a look as our next race comes down to the line.
I wonder if that was Akima Akoma.
I bet it is. I bet that was. She looked like she might have switched. Coming up next, we've got the... And let's talk about who we got down there online.
I see Ty Smith there, the 515 there. One of the young riders from Lake Havasu.
All right. We are off and away. And look, you got the T53 on the outside.
One sweetie. Oh, it looks good on that Yamaha. I gotta tell you that Red Bull definitely got some wins. Oh, that's Suga. That's Shimizuki. A young man raced from Huntington Beach, California. A local from Osaka.
Shinasuke out of Japan, sponsored by Force Racing, is your race leader. And you can see he's opened up about a 3.5 second gap between he and second. That's Tanatham Kokaporn. And you can see the gap there between second and third place as well. Third place is Ty Smith out of the United States, sponsored by Smith Racing. Shinasuke on the purple boat with the yellow stripe up the handle pole. As he works his way through the chicanes over here on the left-hand side of the track. Sets up wide, hugs that buoy tight. Shinasuke through the start-finish line, and as I take a look down this race right here, 8 laps coming up and at home. Expert ski modified. Uh-oh, and looks like we got a rider down.
Oh, that was T53. That was Tanatam. Oh, no, Mike, the Red Bull rider. Yeah, it looks like Rescue's going to be right over to him. Hopefully pick him up, get him back to his boat, and back up riding once again.
Tough break as he had a great start.
Heartbreaking, Mike. I can't even tell you.
So he's going to have some time to make it up, in that third moto. Ty Smith, that's going to move him up into second place, right behind Sato. Sato once again on the white boat out there.
This one really go back to Tonatani.
Yeah, trying to get rebooted. It's also sponsored by Oakley Eyewear. So thanks to the sports for all their support here with the WGP #1 WaterJet World Series. Round number 1 here in Osaka.
Muller side, the battle there. He's on the 55 there with the white ski with the yellow numbers on it. Look at this battle, Mike, inside and outside on the front straight.
I believe that was Smith that came from the inside. Yeah, that's Ty Smith right there. Running the stars and bars.
That's what we were just talking about, the inside and outside split will come into play there as we go back to the 55 once again of Chukchai. Muller side, Sri, sorry.
And he's out of Thailand, sponsored by the Ramatu Jet Ski Club.
Great shot there, looking very smooth. And we're going to go back a little bit deeper there to the number 9 of Ali.
So again, they come from far and wide and have descended here upon Osaka City, Japan.
And I do believe we've watched Ali over the years actually growing up in the sport as well as many of these young riders here. So it's great to see them do well here. Very impressed by that move by Ty Smith on the inside. Sugar Sato. Japan running for force racing. Still lead. What a heartbreak. He was running really good in that second position there until unfortunately he had a little bit of a water sample to be taken.
All right, and once again you can see the outside splits. The inside would be the right-hand side as you're viewing it on your computer screen. And again, if you're just joining us for the park here in Osaka City, Japan, for round number 1 of the WaterJet World Series. And I believe we're going to be taking a break after this, and we're going to be back this afternoon, I believe, with the endurance race. Our paperwork and everything, I believe, will be a lot more squared away, so we apologize. Everything came in just a little bit late for us here for this first couple of races, but we're getting her dialed in, folks. Have a
Looking very smooth. These those legs like shock absorbers through there.
Unfortunately, for those of you who are chiming in on Facebook, we do not have our computer screen up and dialed in yet, but home, I know we got Lily in Chicago who is watching. Hello, hello, Miss Lily.
Between the 55 and the number 9, Chai and Ali. Ty Smith out in front of those two riders there.
That's your battle for third place. And you can see the gap there between Chakchai and boat number 9, Ali. Ali looks like he's going to opt to go to that inside split.
That worked for Ty Smith last time, I'll tell you.
Well, he's got Ty Smith. But there's your race leader and winner. Well, not yet.
The running order right
is
now
white.
is, of course, Shishuki Sato. Ty continues with 55.9.
Race leader right there, though, boat number 310. Shinosuke Sato.
Now I have a question mark, and I do believe that is the 44 of Nakaro Lachi out of Thailand. And
Smith's still in second, followed by boat number 55 back there in the third spot. Chachai, boat number 9 in the fourth spot. That is Ali. And boat number 44 rounding out your top 5. And I believe that is Tantaham.
Now, Mike, I do believe going into this split, we're going to definitely see Chakachai and Ali definitely go different routes. I'm betting that Ali's going to stick.
Well, we are in the white flag lap. Oh. Right now, that's Ali Alil.
Alil, unfortunately, making that pass in the water. He went to the wrong side of that building. I know the judges saw it. It was right clear as day for us. Now he's going to have to hopefully get that makeup in. So he might stick to the outside. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, Chashai also goes to the outside. Meanwhile, your winner comes through the start-finish line, boat number 310, Shinosuke Sato, sponsored by Force Racing out of Japan. Number 2.
Okay, Sugar. Now Ty Smith making the run right now, trying to battle and hold on to that second position. Checker flag is out. Ty's going to happen.
Yeah, he goes out. You can see he took the penalty buoy right there. And unfortunately, that's going to put him, I believe, back a spot. But Ty Smith, boat number 515 out of the United States, going to take second place, sponsored by Smith Racing. And rounding out your top 3, I believe, was boat number 9, Ali Alil, out of the United Arab Emirates.
I'm sure we're going to say, Mike, that was very impressive there. Very smart riding by Ali. He knew he missed that buoy. He knew he had to make that buoy. He knew he had to stay in front of Chuck Chai.
Yeah, and these kids only 13 to 15 years old, looking real good out there. As you see them all, their teams. So a great job there by our juniors in the 13 to 15-year-old class. And Sugar taking the win there.
I like how he's got the sugar on the back there. I'm really liking the purple on that Yamaha.
He ain't no Barney the dinosaur, that's for
right.
sure.
But congratulations to him here taking the second moto here. But Mike, we're going to take a little break, a little pause for the cause.
Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you, we're going to be back for the endurance races, which I believe is scheduled for right around 11:45, folks. But I believe right now we are going to go to a commercial break for us. Hope everybody's having right about 11:45.